Oh boy. So I was about to call it a night. I just recorded a video to go up tomorrow as a premiere. I don't know when this one will be going up, but it was too funny just to pass up. And I thought, well, since I'm here and I still have the face on, still have the hair on, I'm going to respond to this one, react to this one, because the irony is strong in this one, let me tell you. EKC really has a thing about nonsense. Now, EKC has said that nonsense hiding behind an avatar and a fake name means something. I'm not going to repeat it because I don't believe that. Considering everything she's done, raking, and yeah, anyone in correspondence with EKC, Steve McRae, it's just hilarious. So let's get into it, shall we? Because the irony is strong in this one, guys. Real strong. Let's do this.
So Roseanne and the other ones, I've done complete, well, not me, but Heels on the Ground has done complete background checks on all of you.
My first question would be, why do they find it acceptable to pull somebody's entire background if said person makes a comment that they don't like? Where is the justification with that?
As much as I hate to admit it, I think Nonsense might have a point here. I mean, if you're going to go at someone, don't stoop to Katie Joy's level. Don't use the same tactics as she uses. Don't go for the background checks. Rise above that. You're better than that, Molly.
You're not going to do this fucking shit ever.
Yeah, you're better than that, Aaron, aren't you? You just go for police reports instead. Essay reports instead. Interesting.
Or again, when we're dealing with fucking grieving families, you shut your fucking mouths.
So what you're saying by that?
So, we all know Molly likes to destroy crimes. She likes to turn up at people's houses, get them fired, demand they come out and give her information, and just bully people into talking to her. We've seen that, haven't we?
Is when you are attempting to exploit another family, that you don't want anybody to speak up and tell the truth to said family. Is that what you're getting at here? Because that's what I get out of what you're saying, is you don't want anybody telling the family what is potentially happening by said creators. That's your issue right there.
So you got all of that. Like that. Like, are you using the same language as like those in like the state of delusion?
You do not stand in the way of people that need help just because you have a personal...
I don't know, Erin. Are you? You don't go for background checks, do you? You don't look at people's criminal records, do you? No, that's Rakin, yeah? Who got Charlotte's criminal record and you was defending her. And it was you, or was it Rakin who got Katie's essay report? Just leave me questioning that now. Who got it? Was it you, Erin? Did you have the special details you needed to get that report? Because other people had it too. But you said no one else could get it. But you didn't give it to them, you said. Right, okay.
grudge because you don't like me.
I'm just curious if said family that she's talking about actually reached out and asked her for help. Molly, were you asked to cover this case and continue on talking about this case? Can you answer that?
For someone who wants her to stop talking about it, you sure can't shut up about it. Be like Gandhi. Be the change you wish to see. Shut the fuck up.
The same could be said about you, Erin. With Katie. The obsession is real. How many videos do you have on Katie? Should we have a look? Should we just have a quick look? Let me just get a new page up a second now. Okay. Yeah, we have you down here. Let's see. I know recently you've been talking a lot about nonsense, so let's have a look, shall we? Nonsense and Katie Joy. Katie Joy. That's nonsense. 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 But let's have a look at the Katie Joy one, shall we? What was that little trick that you used? Okay, so we got 16. Damn it, I messed it up now. There's more than 16 here, I'm sure of it. 22. And I'm going to imagine there's a lot more than that too. 24. 32. There's got to be loads more than that. I know there is. 61. 65. 70. 104. Are there more? Are there more? 109. I wonder if it's more than that. I wonder. Is that really it? Oh, that's really it. 109. 109. Interesting. But I'm pretty sure you've deleted loads.
You have never
too.
met me. There are many people out there that wish that could have me out there yelling for justice and demanding justice, fighting for them. Listen, I can put my energy and my voice to better fucking things.
Stop talking about it and be about it then. If you can use your voice for better things, then do it. You talk a lot about it, but here we
Yeah, I can't see Molly doing better things. Molly only does what Molly wants, and that's try to destroy families.
are still doing this, Molly. Still doing this.
I hope that should you ever need a voice, you end up with Katie Joy instead of Molly.
You
Oh, trust me, I'd rather Katie Joy than Molly. In a heartbeat. Because I wouldn't want my kids dragged through the mud. I wouldn't want my kids to be anywhere near this woman.
know who pulled up her background.
Just a word to the wise, or AKA not wise. You know who you are. I would be very careful with the information that you're handing over to Molly because she is outwardly saying that you are giving her this information and you are the one that is doing all of it. So you're paying for information and then giving it to her to use in malicious ways. Do you
Mhm.
understand what that actually gets you involved in? Yeah, they're saying that your identity is protected and that nobody will ever know. But have you seen how she turns on everybody?
So is turning on people like nefarious now? I mean, like people fall out all the time. They don't
Maybe you would know the answer to that one, Erin, since you do that quite frequently.
like putting their like address on blast or whatever. Sometimes people just like to know who the fuck they're working with, and so they look into the person and figure out who the fuck they're working with. But I do find myself suddenly sitting here wondering and having to ask, is that what happened between you and Molly? Did she turn on you?
Pulled up everything.
Hmm. I can't answer that one because I'm not nonsense. But I don't believe they've ever worked together. Because nonsense has more sense than to work with Molly Golightly. But that's just my opinion.
Once again, I'm going to call her out because I don't believe for a second that she actually has shit because Molly is such a big mouth that she cannot contain herself. We watched her dox somebody yesterday without verification that that account even belonged to the person.
Wait a second. I'm sorry. What exactly are you calling doxing? Are you saying that connecting a name to a social media account is doxing? Is that really what you're saying?
How about putting someone's house in a thumbnail, Erin? Or, do you know what? I don't even want to give you examples just because you wouldn't listen or hear it anyway. That's all you would say is, I don't need to fucking know.
Here.
Super no, she's just a fucking asshole. She's young, with blondes. She's got a picture of her granny, fucking kids playing the fucking soccer and shit. You don't fucking do that.
Actually, what I hope is more people start speaking up and warning these families so they too can be spared the heartache of what happens when they work with creators like this.
You know, you might be right about that. I mean, people really should put a warning out before these families going through these tragedies deal with YouTubers who will put out their entire past criminal records or their financial status or criticize them for choices made in their past as a teen.
Or their essay report. Or mistakes they've made in their adult life that they've tried to move on from. But that's the thing you do, Erin, isn't it? You say leave people's pasts in the past. But how many times do you go back into Katie's past? Okay.
Teenager, or turn everyone against them, or demand or suggest to people that they demand a refund. I mean, you're right. Some of these.
Nobody's suggested they demand a refund. Where has anybody said that? Please show me. I'd love to see it. Because I haven't seen anybody tell people to demand a refund. But you said Katie did that. Now it wasn't Katie, it was nonsense. I see.
Content creators are really fucking dangerous. Though I would argue probably not quite as dangerous as the ones who do their bidding and sell their propaganda.
You don't ever fucking do that.
Wow. That was strong. Selling propaganda. Who's that then, Erin? Please enlighten. Because this just looks like you've got a new person to revenge on. You've taken a dislike to nonsense because she doesn't show her face. Because for a while there you thought it was Katie. Now you just can't let go of your grudge. Even though it's not Katie. Okay.
Ever. You don't ever fucking do that shit.
This is an entire display of Molly not handling rejection well. That's all this is. Molly cannot handle rejection. And this is how she deals with her feeling rejected.
Well, I mean, it's not quite, let me put your entire family's past on blast, criticize you for giving a child up for adoption, and convince everyone to demand a refund kind of display of not being able to handle rejection, but meh.
Let them touch her. Dude, what do you mean we ruin fucking cases? Name one.
I'm sure the people in the comments will list off the.
Let's see. Brian Laundrie. Summer Wells. Cash Gurnan. Marwan McRae.
multiple stories that they feel you have had a negative impact on. But one off the top of my head that I can think of was the Marvon McRae story. You know, the one you're currently destroying.
Name
I know, right? She just had to destroy that story. I mean, she had to go public and help facilitate donations that help make the mother able to go see her son as he lied there in the hospital bed in a coma. I mean, and surely her talking about it is causing Marvon to stay in that coma, right? I mean, this is the effect she's having, right? One might argue though that someone who, oh, I don't know, called Marvon's wife a murderer, or pretty much accused her of trying to kill Marvon, and then also put the family's whole past and criminal history out on blast, and then demanded everyone to ask for their money back. One could argue that that could be having quite the negative impact on all the.
So this is not about nonsense then. This is about Katie. My bad. Damn. Why didn't I see that 7 minutes ago?
Was involved in this situation.
Oh, let me tell you something, Roseanne. The last thing that you want is me in your face, yelling in your fucking face. Let me tell you something. You would crumble up and disappear in the wind.
And once again, I know that she's not referring to Contessa, but I have to respond to this because if Molly ever got in my face, I'm going to tell you right now, you would have to pick me up off the floor because I would fall over from laughter. You would have to pick me up out of a ball off the floor because I would fall out. I would probably pass out from laughter if she was in my face yelling like that. Nobody can take that seriously. Do you really think that this is intimidating people?
Wow. So like I'm in this claim.
Nonsense, do me a favor. When you get up, can you help me get up, please? Because I'm down there with you. Because that is a mess.
Or whatever statement that Molly made, that wasn't even toward you. It had nothing to do with you. But boy, you sure jumped right in and made it all about you, huh? Instead, Molly wasn't even talking about being up in your face screaming or whatever. But you
seeming awfully flustered there, Erin. Awfully flustered. Wow. Yeah, the irony is real.
But you made it all about her being up in your face screaming, almost like you want her there. That's, there's a place where that can actually happen if you want. It's called Street Beefs. And in fact, if for some reason Molly can't make it, I'll meet you there.
Ever.
Is that a threat, Erin? Could have been. Wow. That could have been taken as a threat. It really could.
Pull that shit. Exactly. What is wrong with these people? They make me the priority.
I, for one, am super thankful for all of the people who have found it a priority to warn families about her behavior and other creators like hers. I appreciate that there's people invested in making sure families know.
Oh, well, you're welcome. I mean, we've been doing it for a while though, so it's like really no big deal for us to see, like Katie Joy zeroing in on like another unsuspecting victim, and to just gently reach out to them and just provide them with the full picture so they can then make the decision for themselves. I mean, it's definitely a thankless job. So I really appreciate your thank you there. You're welcome.
There's probably other things.
Wow. And again, she makes it about Katie Joy. Shit, how many times can she make something that's nothing to do with Katie about Katie? Shit.
But anyways, all of us are sorry for the family's loss. Every single person feels horrified for these families.
Well, you really need to be honest here. I mean, sure, we all feel badly for the families involved. Well, unless one of them is just an egg donor, then yeah, they're just written off. Fuck that.
They forget that someone has passed away tragically.
Nobody is calling Letitia an egg donor. So, Erin, shut the fuck up.
You literally.
It's always everybody else but Molly, right? Everybody else is problematic or has problematic behaviors, except Molly. Okay.
Well, I mean, this isn't network television. This is YouTube. This is content created by people for people, run by people. I mean, unless you can find people who aren't ever problematic, you're going to have creators who are at times problematic. Present company included, you and me, because let's face it, if we find ourselves on the platform talking all kinds of shit about people, there might be some damage in us somewhere, especially if within 2 weeks and 6 days, we make 90 videos about this someone. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's not affecting my livelihood. What she's doing.
Oh my God. How many videos have you deleted, Erin? How many videos have you removed? Because there was 104 there of Katie in the last 2 years. And I know that you've removed a shitload of videos at some point or another. Because all you talk about is Katie. But now you have a new person to go after. But that was only because you thought they were Katie in the beginning.
is hurting the families. Who is she to make that fucking call? Do you get what I'm saying? Let people think on their own.
Let people think on their own. That is something you're incapable of doing. You don't want your followers to see that there's another side of things. You absolutely do not want that. Let me be honest. Because you know that if you start letting your followers think on their own, that they're actually probably going to start seeing a lot of these behaviors that you've been displaying.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things. There will be a lot of questions, and you can't have that.
I so agree with your nonsense on this one.
That's why you won't bring up my channel or my name over here, because
Mhm.
you do not want people to think for themselves. You are so against people thinking
Or mine.
for themselves. That chaps your ass bigger than shit. You want everybody to just trust you, believe you.
Like, how is she able to convince everyone to not think for themselves? Like, where is this happening at? Like, her Patreon, maybe? Because, like, I haven't been there yet, so it could be her Patreon. I mean, oh my gosh, I'm just, like, flabbergasted. Like, how is she doing this? I mean, she's got to be, my God, she's got to be like an evil genius or something, right? I mean, like, Lex Luthor, look out here, you know? Wow. Thankfully, you're here to save us all.
From that family is going to call me up and be like, I want you talking about this person.
Aaron, you're a child. You're literally a child. Sad.
I'd be like, I don't remember asking you what you fucking wanted. That's my call. Freedom of
So what she's saying is if a family called her up and asked her to please stop covering the story, that she doesn't owe them anything. She will do as she wishes. It is her call, as she just said. Isn't that disrespectful? Does anybody else find that
Mhm.
extremely disrespectful to
Very, very disrespectful. And don't forget, she said that they wouldn't have no justice because Molly isn't allowed to talk about it. Or they don't want Molly to talk about it or involved in it. So because of that, they won't get no justice, according to Molly. But Aaron thinks that Molly should be involved and should be able to destroy this family's life like she has many others.
the victims and their families, that she cannot take rejection at all. That's how she views this.
You silly goose. That's not rejection. No. Rejection would be, no, Molly, I don't want to talk to you. That would be rejection. But someone, from a family calling her up and say, listen, keep my name out of your mouth. Don't talk about my shit. That's not rejection. No, that's trying to control what someone puts on their channel as content, because unless it works when people call up the major news outlets and says, stop covering the story. I mean, until the day comes when they say, okay, sure, then you know what? We can all talk about whatever the fuck we want, right? I mean, hell, even Katie Joy agrees with this because when everyone surrounding or people who knew the family asked her to quit talking about it, she kept talking about it. And she had every right to, right?
Oh, you know who she is.
You really can't not talk about Katie, can you, Aaron? Every word that comes out of your mouth is somehow related to Katie. Wow. Aaron, I thought you may have been a little better than that. I don't know why, but I did. I thought you'd be able to do at least one video where every other sentence didn't involve Katie Joy. When you're talking about Molly and nonsense, you've got to invest Katie Joy in there. You can't not leave her alone.
Really? All right. Well, when I charge.
She is so angry in this one. You can feel it.
Okay. Oh, all right, I gotta go, babes. I'll talk to you later. Justice for Jake. It's never gonna happen. If this family doesn't want it, and the police say they ruled it a suicide, and then these guys are gonna try and jerk me around, it's all right. I don't know. I'll put her face.
All of this from one comment. One.
Oh, so it's just one comment now? Because earlier, I remember you saying, or asking rather, why is it that out of all the comments there, it was this one comment that caught Molly's attention? What was it about this one comment that caused her to like zero in on it, But I mean, if this was like the only comment there, this is all off of one comment, well, then I'd say that that's probably why she was so focused on this one comment, if it's the only one she could see.
Not just Molly either. There's a bunch of them that are like this. But she is so burnt from this comment because it calls her out on her shit and it's truthful. And the family has asked everybody to please stop. Please stop making a mess out of things. That is why I have respectfully not even said anything about that case.
It's funny that you follow that up right after you talk about how there's so many other problematic creators, who talk about these things, because it seems to me that though you think you're not talking about it, you sure as hell are talking an awful lot about it, only you're not doing it from an advocate's point of view, like someone trying to help this family. No, you're using the family to come into the creator that you have some sort of vendetta or grudge against. I mean, how is that not exploitation exactly?
Since when did nonsense have a vendetta against Molly? Molly is a problematic POS who only thinks about herself and her bank account. Maybe you're more like Molly than we realized. Okay.
Because if it smells like exploitation, you know,
But I will apologize to their family also. They don't deserve this. Justice for Jake does not deserve to have any of this thrown at them in the middle of what they are going through.
Oh, okay. So you don't think that the family deserves to have people on YouTube advocate for them in the hopes of finding them justice, but you do think that they deserve to have some channels on YouTube like yours here exploit their current situation.
Then she's not, and you know this, Erin. She's talking about Molly and the crap that she's come out with about it. That they won't get justice because she's not involved, because she is so fucking important that the only way they'll get justice is if she's involved, according to Molly.
So you have some sort of battle to take to another creator. Okay, so that's what they deserve. Gotcha.
And there you have it. More nonsense on the web. She is using people's tragedies to attack other people.
Of course, though, making this video using this situation does not apply. I mean, everyone knows that according to the hypocritical guideline of YouTube, you can do that shit. It's allowed, right?
Absolutely zero families deserve what she has done to
You should know, Erin. You do it daily.
so many of them. Sadly, she's not the only one. With that said, I offer my sincerest condolences to Jake Brown's family. Again, I am so sorry that you guys have had to go through all of this.
Now that I too am done exploiting your family, let me now offer my condolences. Yeah.
I was horrified by this. Absolutely horrified. Again, I don't know all of the details of Jake Brown's story, but for his family, they deserve so much better than this. And again, my sincerest apologies for how they've been treated and what has been done to them on social media.
They absolutely do deserve so much more than this. Like, they probably deserve someone to actually know their situation before they go and exploit it in a video bitching about people exploiting it.
Okay, now it's time for member shoutouts. I'd like to thank Heather
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Well, guys, Erin does her work again. Ridiculous. Literally, absolutely ridiculous. Erin's vendetta against Katie was already big enough. She speaks on her daily. She tried to make the Marvon McCann case about Katie. Katie hasn't spoken about Marvon or his family for about a month now. But that hasn't stopped Erin. Even teaming up with someone who's worse than Katie. And I will say with my hand on my heart that she is worse than Katie. The things she's done to people around here. But that doesn't matter because it's not Katie. And since for a while she thought nonsense was Katie, then everything's all good. With that being said, I'm going to bed, guys, because it is late. Late, early, whatever you want to call it. Hit the like. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Leave a comment for sure. You can always press thumbs down, it still helps. Tell me what you love or hate about this video. All opinions are welcome here. None will get you blasted. And I shall see you in the next one. Good night, all.